You see, this is the power of white supremacy. When you have the mainstream media on your side, when you're the owner of the New England Patriots, America's football team, the whitest football team in the NFL, and you have the backing of all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor law, politics, religion, sex, and more, especially in the Boston, New England area, you're pretty much a deity. And that's what Robert Kraft is. So you can do whatever the fuck you wanted to. Go out there and fuck some goddamn prostitutes, some sex workers who are here illegally from other countries like, you know, Japan or, you know, somewhere in Asia. You know what I mean? You can get away with that shit because you're Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, the America's whitest team. And so mainstream media, including some very popular talking heads like Stephen Coon Smith, are doing their best to spin this story, sweep it under the rug, and deflect it into something else. So they're talking about that the sex workers that were involved with the Robert Kraft prostitution scandal that was in Florida, I believe Jupiter, Florida, that these women were here illegally, you know, for jobs, but they were working as sex slave workers. So that's the story the mainstream media is spinning right now. And they're going to continue to spin it and deflect it away from Robert Kraft because he has the backing of white supremacy. He has the backing of the dominant white society owned infrastructure. The dominant white society owned and controlled infrastructure. And that's what exactly Robert Kraft has in his arsenal because of who he is. He has the complexion for protection and the backing of. I didn't even mention that he's a billionaire worth $6.5 billion. I didn't even mention that. I'm just talking about the simple fact that, you know, this guy has the backing of the mainstream media where the story like this can get deflected and swept under the rug. So they're doing their best. Now, had this been a high-profile black football player, well, any black football player being caught in a sex scandal, oh, you best believe these white supremacists will be out here with pitchforks calling him a dirty nigger animal, and he needs to be put under the jail. You know, his Robert Kraft's white supremacist neighbors were being interviewed. I wish I would have pulled up the footage for that, but they were interviewing one of the neighbors. They were talking about, oh, well, it was just a misjudgment in moral behavior. Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. But one of the neighbors said something to that effect about it was a misjudgment in morale. Had that been a dirty nigger NFL player, he will be a dirty nigger NFL player that deserves to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And that's just, you know, a player. Obviously, we don't have any black NFL owners. You know, that'll never happen. And again, you know, I don't care about the NFL because, you know, they're anti-black and they're a white supremacist organization, and the NFL needs to go under. And even though Colin Kaepernick got his settlement, you know, aka reparations for the NFL, I'm still not watching it. So I don't care about the NFL, and I want it to plummet and go under. So, but yeah, like I said, you have people like Stephen A. Smith defending Robert Kraft when he'll be quick. If this was a black NFL player caught with weed or even with the same-sex scandal, he'll be quick to, you know, demonize these guys publicly. But I'll play a small clip of him defending Robert Kraft.
With 2 counts of soliciting someone to commit prostitution stemming from a raid in a day spa in Florida. I believe that's Jupiter, Florida, if I remember correctly, but I am not sure. According to police today, Kraft was picked up as part of a sting that has been going on for months, and his charges relate specifically to 2 different visits to the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in the Florida city of Jupiter. According to police chief Daniel Kerr, at a news conference, he says, quote, charges have been filed, but he has not been arrested. The NFL team on Friday, the New England Patriots, denied that Kraft had committed a crime. Quote, "We categorically deny that Mr. Robert Kraft engaged in any illegal activity. Because it is a judicial matter, we will not be commenting further," a representative of the team stated. Let me state this for the record in the interest of full disclosure. I know Robert Kraft pretty well. We communicate periodically. Personally speaking, I got a lot of love for the man. I think he's a phenomenal owner, a phenomenal executive and businessman. I'm a huge fan of his. Okay? And having said all of that, the news is the news. Now, some of you may be of the mindset that, you want to cast judgment against him and you want to say an accusation and arrest automatically attaches guilt to him. I'm not going there. He says that he's done nothing illegal. I'm going to believe him.
There you go. So you got, it's not surprising that Stephen A. Coon Smith would defend Robert Kraft. Not surprising at all. So, again, Robert Kraft has the mainstream media on his side to deflect this story and sweep it under the rug. Now they're also talking about that some other high-profile business owner or CEO of another company, which I didn't bring up the article, but you can find it, was actually caught in the same massage parlor in the same area. So all these white motherfuckers are going to this massage parlor getting caught with these Asian prostitutes who are here illegally. And, now they want to spin the story, of course, like I said, to talk about the sex workers and sex trafficking. And they feel bad for those women and, yada, yada, yada. So they're spinning the story on the charity and, in the court of public opinion or the court of public white opinion, this was a misjudgment in moral character. But again, if this guy was black, he'll be a dirty nigger that needs to be locked up in jail and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So there you go. There you go. All right, so those are my thoughts about that story, family. Leave your comments down below. I don't think nothing's going to happen to this guy. He's going to be, he's still going to be the owner of New England Patriots. And again, they're going to deflect this story and sweep it under the rug. And that's what they're doing. This is the system we live in, family. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Chauncey, GMOGMediaTV. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGmediaTV. Signing out. Peace.